Good evening, Carnatics, my co-Rotarians, awardees, family and press. I welcome you all gathered here today for the annual awards function of Carnatic. Just a small introduction on our Carnatic Awards. The Carnatic Annual Awards was started in the year 2015 and has grown to be one of the largest and the most widely publicized event of its kind. This premier event recognizes and awards exemplary individuals from the city of Chennai. Over the years, our awardees have been selected from a large list of unique individuals from various streams. The selection criteria are extremely stringent and requires documented success in both profession and community involvement. In the past, a few awardees have also become members of Carnatic. This year is a special one where we have multifaceted women achievers in various fields, and we Carnatics are privileged in honoring them. We have 4 awardees this year and we take immense pride in welcoming them. Welcome Brigadier Muthulaxmy ma'am. Welcome Ms. Sabita Radhakrishna. Welcome Jigyasa Giri ma'am. And welcome Commando Gauri Mishra.
Carnatic Awards function, and in our Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, we take immense pleasure, as she's already welcomed you. We as a Chennai Carnatic Rotary Club was found in 2013 with a theme of family, friendship and fellowship. The club works on projects that focuses on better lifestyle and empowerment of differently abled individuals in our community. Scaffolded by a dedicated team over last decade, we have had the opportunity to make a difference to people's lives through our multifarious projects. Projects like Polio Plus, where polio was totally eradicated by the efforts of clubs like ours. Blood donation camps, where blood is always required and we always conduct blood donation camps. And then we do a lot of medical facilities help. Hygiene kits are distributed to the school girls, girl students, mental health awareness programs, and many projects of such. Our recently concluded flagship project, the Chennai Lecture Series, which just happened very recently, was well received and appreciated for discussing something very pertinent to the society. And Srimati Kesavan was the speaker in our lecture series. And today, what we're going to do is we want to recognize all the eminent women who have done so much for society. Not that we're going to recognize you, not in favor of thinking that they're going to be awarded, but irrespective of what the result may be, you have been a karma yogi. You have been doing your duty on and on without any focus on the result and on the recognition. But still, we feel that the Carnatic Annual Awards, which was started in 2015 by the then president, has grown to be the largest and most widely publicized events of its kind. We've always had a hard time finalizing the awardees, as there are innumerable, lot of individuals in the society who've been doing a lot of good to the community. But then this year's recipients have displayed a great ability to remain unflappable in any crisis. They've ensured all arcs of their lives, and they've done a lot to serve this nation. And they are all unique individuals, and you will hear about them in the citation. And they have their bespoke way of handling any situation. Join us as we honor, cherish, and celebrate this electric group of achievers. Big round of applause for all of them who have been chosen by the club members. And the first is not just, it is just that we have to honor someone first among the 4, and we've taken the senior most person who's sitting here, tall and standing as tall as she is Brigadier Muthulaxmy. And when we went to invite her, she came out, you know, to receive us inside. So we were thinking, Brigadier, she's going to be that stern lady. She's going to look at the watch, because we were going a little bit in circles searching for the house. But there she was, so warm, and such a story that you're going to be really stunned by what she has done. 86 young, wonderful, beautiful looking lady. And while we are all wobbling at 50s, here she is going to come, and as she walks to the dais, you're going to see what a magnificent woman she is. Ma'am, salutations to you. And today is some recognition day in the army, the gun one for the Chinese war that we won. And I don't know if you've done service there, but many people like you have done. Today is a wonderful day for the army, for the country, for the women, and for the Chennai Carnatic, which we have our greatest pleasure inviting you. May I request Deepa Kaliul to come and read the citation for you, ma'am.
Good evening to all of you. I thank the President and the Secretary for giving me the opportunity to read the citation for Brigadier Muthulaxmy, ma'am. Responding to her innate calling, Brigadier Mrs. K. Muthulaxmy enriched herself educationally with a desire to nurse the ailing. During the Indochina War, she volunteered to join the army and was posted as a nursing officer in the military hospital at Allahabad. When the Indo-Pak War erupted in 1965, she was posted at the front line in Amritsar. Besides alleviating injured soldiers' pain, she also had to keep the hopes alive and console bereaved families. Her humongous humanitarian service got noticed. She was applauded for grit of a young girl from a remote village in Tamil Nadu and serving far-off casualties up north. Though Brigadier Muthulaxmy ma'am's stint in Bangladesh was short, her workload continued. Besides nursing the Jawans, she also attended to a lot of young civilian girls who needed a lot of gynecological attention. I don't need to explain beyond that over that. In 1986, the Sri Lanka War, Carnage brought her to the military hospital in Chennai. For Brigadier Muthulaxmy, service rendered is an award in itself. However, her services didn't go unnoticed, and she was awarded the Chief of Army Staff Commendation. The sunset years, posting was at Delhi Army Hospital as a brigadier. Though relieved from army service, she took to graduating in commerce and law. With newfound opportunity to serve the widows of the army people, she enrolled at the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. She continues to serve as an advocate and notary public. We, the members of Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, take immense pleasure and privilege and honor to give her the Chennai Carnatic Award in the field of nursing for her yeoman service rendered for 3 decades and still counting. Congratulations, ma'am.
As my citation shows, I am so old that already they told my age. I have no need to tell my age. Yes, I completed 85. The reason began me happy and healthy, keep you young. That's what I say, tension free, no pressure, no sugar, so keep healthy. Okay, I joined the nursing in the very young age of 17 years old, 16 plus. After passing my SSLC, I was at home. My mother fell sick, very sick, that she has to be taken immediately to the hospital. And where we took her to Arupukkotai, where nearby my place, in the Bullock cart, there was no car and all. On reaching to Arupukkotai, they said she has to be operated immediately. So me and my father, my mother traveled in Bullock cart to Madurai, where she was taken immediately. They said she has to be operated immediately. And you know the hospital proceeding, the consent, suppose anything happens, the hospital is not to be blamed like that. My mother being a illiterate woman, she thought she is going to die. Anyway, with the God's grace, she was all right. And she wanted me to become a doctor. In those days, I'm talking about early 50s, the composite mathematics and science group was there. I took composite mathematics in SSLC. So I could not join the medical at all. Other results were very difficult. So I joined nursing. I completed nursing. And Indo-Pak War, in 63, those days no TV and all, Jawaharlal Nehru gave a speech in the radio. All the men and women must join the country to serve the country, to save the country. So what I can do, only doctors and nurses are in the army. So I joined the nursing. I first went to Allahabad, then I was sent to Amritsar, wartime. There is a lot of casualties. In one, I must say, still in my mind. So when Jawan came in the wound, the chest wound, I was just getting prepared for operation. That time I was talking to him, he raised the hand like this, give my vase to my son, and he passed. You know, I just could not believe this moment he spoke to me, and next moment he is no more. So when the family came to collect the body, the son crying and telling him, my father promised that he gave a vase to me if I pass the metric. And I passed it, my father is not here. And he told, Daddy, I too will serve you like in the army. And I'll be a proud soldier in the army. See, imagine, only a North Indian knows the army service. South Indian not much about it. See, father died, still son promising I'll join the army. So that is the motto of the Punjabi, especially I must say. Anyway, that is over. That time the Congress President Kamaraj came there. And I was the only Tamilian from Tirunelveli district to serve in Amritsar. Imagine. So Kamaraj very fond of talking in Tamil. And I was the only person to talk in Tamil. And being a girl also, I was just a young girl, about 20. So she greeted me and all. The next day in my village, photos, me and Kamaraj came in the papers, and my village felt so proud to see one of our girls in the photo. Then the collector came and contacted my parents. It was great pleasure. It is a collector coming to village, honoring a poor farmer, and giving a citation. So my family felt very bad, plus my family also very proud. So with the honor, I was given 3 acres of land from the government. See how much they honored me. I am being so proud to be in nursing. See, so they honored me, giving 3 acres of land, Prombok land, Patta on my name. One day telegram came to me when I was in Calcutta. Collector wanted to give Patta, so you come. See, it is a great pleasure. Government giving a land to me. I was not fighting rather. Only I was a girl from that village. And there was nobody from Tamil, that was Tirunelveli district. So I was honored so much. Anyway, that's over. So in 71 war, I went to Bangladesh for a few short period only. After the war was over, you know, we had the chances to see the trenches. It will be so painful to see all the broken bangles, the torn undergarments of ladies, the women, Bangladeshi young girls, unmarried mothers of Bangladeshi, Mother Teresa started the orphanage. That's what the Nirmal Hirde. So we help those ladies. What else to do? We can't help it. We can't abort them also. We help them. That was over. After that, I came to Chennai, 1986. Indo-China, Indo-Sri Lanka war. There also I served so much. I served here. And I was awarded Chief of Army's Commendation card. So really I feel proud. In the army, you will be thinking how the nursing officer joined the bar. When you are married, they don't send you for further studies because all over the global nurses are very much demanded. So you leave the service and go. We don't want to leave like that. So what I did, I thought of external studies. I took the permission of the army and did the BCom and LLB. On retirement, 96, I became advocate in the Chennai. Not very busy, but keep me busy. Now also all my clients are old army people and old widows who doesn't know English. The spelling mistake, they will not get the pension. Husband given Shanti, SH again TH. This lady gives Shanti, SH again TH. The pension is not given for small mistake. So like those people, I help them, and still they are very grateful. And every year, the one Christian lady, she is 89, send me a big cake for Christmas because he got the pension for her. Like that, people are so happy, and I'm happy. I am now also, I help the army people, the widows only, especially the widows, and help the ECHS and the medical facilities like that. So I am happily living. And I am a notary, Now I become mediator in the High Court also, because they gave the training of mediator also. Like that I keep myself happy and healthy.
Accomplish. Quick comes to mind Sage Vyasa, who epitomizes the magnitude of possibilities achievable in one lifetime. Sabita Radhakrishna ranks high as an accomplished individual. Our juggler is a columnist, journalist, playwright, textile revivalist, a cookbook writer, and broadcaster. Sabita has also done the translation of actor Shivaji Ganeshan's autobiography. She has lent her voice for over 2 decades to mainstream media and has hands-on experience in textiles for 4 decades. She is a lyricist and has authored a fact-fiction novel titled Looms of Arivur. British rule and mechanization led to craftsmanship fall. In such a scenario, Sabita's boutique Amrapali enticed women into wearing handlooms. Responding to the plight of weavers' woes and exodus, Sabita donned the mentor's role. She ensured funds to mitigate pandemic suffering and return of livelihood. We, the members of Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, deem it a privilege, pleasure, and honor in bestowing Chennai Carnatic Award in the field of art and craft to Sabita Radhakrishna.
It's such a pleasure. And I thank the Rotary Club of Carnatic, and in particular Vanitha Srihari and the secretary for coming home and inviting me and honoring me with this award. You know, one of the nicest things of being handicapped, everything has its plus points, is generally I'm escorted by 2 handsome young men on top of the stage or whatever. So that has its compensation, that's what I say. So I won't take much time since we are given just 5 minutes to say what we want. I can only say that I've been very blessed, very fortunate to enter all the fields that I love and I'm passionate about: textiles, food, craft, art, and yes, I love going into the kitchen and cooking also. So that's what why I wrote cookbooks. And textiles has always been a great passion with me. And I think clothing people with handlooms is something so very important. And wherever I am, I stand and talk to people saying they should patronize handlooms. My message to you this evening is keep doing things. Give back to the society what society has given you. And it doesn't matter what you are, how you are, what you're doing, how much you're doing. But keep going, because that's the only way to live, and that's the only way to make others live. My latest passion is Udavi, which was started in the same year as your club, 2013. We celebrate 13 years together, and some of my team members are there sharing all the happiness with me. And we look after elders in the sense we bring joy into their lives by visiting them. And if any of you have older members in the family who need attention, just contact us after the program.
It gives me great pleasure to honor you, ma'am. One is either way down or elevated to cloud 9 by the achievements of lineage inheritance. Jigyasa Giri has earned her stripes by sheer effort and thereby adds fame to her glorious pride. Wearing many hats, Jigyasa has done justice in every domain, extended horizon and added fresh flavor. She lives queen-sized, and how she celebrates life can be judged by the varied genre she embarks on. She took to writing a cookbook, refraining from book cooking. She evolved from an astute Kathak dancer to a choreographer to passionately swaying through life, teaching. Our maverick entrepreneur is a dedicated social worker too.
Dancing and staging her students, she basks in the limelight across theaters on the globe. Accolades, recognition, lifetime achievement awards come her way only to reaffirm her motto, be the spark of change. She chooses to give the world a positive spin through dance. We, the members of Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, deem it our privilege, pleasure, and honor in bestowing the Chennai Carnatic Awards in the field of fine arts to Miss Jigyasa Giri.
What to speak? I mean, I was listening to Brigadier Muthulaxmy and then Sabita ji, whom I know, whose kitchen I have gone into and eaten some delicacies too during my journey as a cookbook writer. And these are such stalwart women here. I'm looking forward to also listening about you, Gauri ji. And each and every one of us here, men and women, we do so much in a day, in a moment in our lives. And most of the time we don't even realize what good we do in the world. We just do it. It just happens through us. It is God's way of letting things happen through our beings. And that is what art, it's an understanding that art really taught me, and I'm very grateful for it. I will quickly tell you how I got into the field of Kathak in Chennai. It's rather a very sweet story, I think. So when I was 7, my mother was a very, very intelligent doctor, both my parents. Mother was a gynec obstetrician, hypnotic therapist, psychiatrist, name it. And she was one hell of an ambitious woman for me, for her children. And she said, you have to be different, you have to learn something, you have to do something different than going every evening and playing gilli danda with your cousins. And I was like, what will I do? And she was like, you will learn Bharatanatyam. I was like, no. And then the guru used to come home and my cousins used to stand in the corridor and imitate me, and I used to cry because I was so ashamed to be learning Bharatanatyam while they are all just teasing me and having fun. And my years, but my sir was Shri V. Krishna Kumar. He was such a patient guru. Those days, that genre of gurus is, I think, almost finished now. Also, the genre of students has finished, I think. So it's now the days of Instagram and Facebook and quick fix remedies for everything. However, when I turned 16, I told my mom, see, I dance and I did my Arangetram thanks to you and everything, and I'm very grateful, but I don't like the Aramandi. I'm not doing it well, I don't like it. Can I learn Kathak? And I thought I was being very clever, saying if I say Kathak, where will she find in Chennai a Kathak teacher? So I was very thrilled about that, and she was a magician. She pulled the rabbit out of the hat and she got Shri Krishna Kumar Dharwarji into the house to teach me Kathak. And that's where my journey with Kathak began. It went on for a good many years. I was a good student because by then I knew I wanted to dance. And years went by, life went by, rolled on through its curves and turns and ups and downs. I wrote cookbooks, I did this, I did that, and I got married, I had children, and through it all, my dance career, my dance as such, as a part of me, faded for many years. And then at a much later stage in my midlife, you know, that midlife crisis scenario, I said, no, I shouldn't do that. I should get back to where, you know, I left it. And I went hunting for my guru, and of course he had passed on by then. But we had a tablist who used to visit my dad as a patient. So through my dad, I got in touch with my tablist, and for my own practice, I started with him. But it was very difficult because there was really no one to guide me. And my daughter was very small by then, so I said, you learn from me. because I thought if I have a responsibility of teaching it to someone, I will continue and pick up the threads from where I left it. But that little seed, she and a friend or two of hers, and they used to make fun, and we used to all have fun together. It wasn't serious for them, it was for me. And then down the line, I didn't know that this was the seed of Devanya that was happening. We never know what we plant and what comes out of it. That's why we should just plant happiness everywhere. And so Devanya came alive, became born, and today I think more than 500, I don't know how many students have passed the portals of Devanya, maybe more. Right now we have Shankari is with me. She's our senior dancer and teacher, a brilliant dancer. And she has trained under me, and I'm very proud to present her and many of my students wherever or a little more, because I decided that I want to be a gardener. I want to teach. I don't want to mix performance into teaching, because it always happens that then you want to hold back. You're scared that someone will get better than you, and you don't want that to happen to you. So I just decided, it's okay, I've done my bit and that's enough. And I love teaching. I teach, I choreograph, I write scripts, I write poetry, and I enjoy doing all of that, and I enjoy watching them teach and dance. Recently, I was asked to do a small performance, which we do every year in the Kapalishwar temple. And I was racking my brain and my teacher's brains and saying, what shall we do? Something different, because we can't go on repeating ourselves. And I don't know from where it sprouted. And Priya ji, you called me Ma Saraswati. We all are particles of that Ishvara. In any form we call ourselves, or any name. And it just flowed. And it so happened that it came to be that we came up with this dance drama in English, set in 5 scenes, which we titled Dancing Illusions in Stillness, which encompasses the story of, which takes the story of Draupadi's humiliation and then talks about or brings alive what it means, what it represents in today's Kali Yuga. And we are very happy to present this dance drama also on the 30th of July in Nardagana Sabha. And I was just talking to some of the Rotarians, and I said, I'm a terrible marketer, I can't do such things, but I promised my marketing team today that I'm going to tell all of you to block your seats now. So please do come, jokes apart. It's a nice dance drama. I say so myself because I don't think I did it. You know, it just happened. It happens through us, and it has a beautiful message. I would like to end what I'm saying today with a small 2-minute video about the dance drama, which is the first sneak peek actually that you all are getting, because it's not yet out in the public domain. We just created it for us to bring it out to you. So I don't know what message I can give to everyone here. Everyone has a message for yourselves. Each of our lives is a different story, a dancing illusion that we have to dance to and dance along with. And the happier we are in doing that, the more happiness we can spread. And that's all there is to life, nothing more. I love my students, I love this universe, and I'm so happy and proud and humbled to be a part of it. Thank you all so much for this honor. Thank you, Rotary, Chennai Carnatics. I don't know whether it goes to me, but surely Devanya and the presence of Kathak in Chennai has been recognized today by this very elite and lovely young group of people, and that makes me extremely, extremely happy for Kathak in Chennai. Thank you so much.
President ma'am and Secretary ma'am for giving me this opportunity to read the citation for Commander Gauri Mishra. Don't rush where angels fear to tread. can be rephrased as angels rush where dared evils fear to tread. Parable says that the Creator was intrigued with thoughts, creating chivalry with beauty. Thus embodied is Goddess Durga. Armed with higher education, exposed to rain and sun, molded to take on Goliath is our commander Gauri Mishra. Gauri ticked all the right boxes with right timing. Fortified with post-graduation in commerce, a diploma in logistics and supply chain, an MBA in finance, and a contract management module from ICWA emboldened her to set many wrong right and lay new roadmaps. Cross-pollination of exposure and grit rewarded her pursuit to reforms in the Navy. Laurels decorated her glittering defense career. Commendation by the Chief of the Naval Staff and leading the Republic Day Parade contingent and the member of skydiving team in the Navy are string of pearls in her crowning glory. Many a novice have blossomed under Gauri's tutelage. A slab of granite will be cast aside. On the contrary, they serve as edifice. She was the go-to person for numerous diplomatic assignments. Utilizing the broad assignments to advantage, she promoted gender equality, inclusive growth and advancement, and empowering the underprivileged. We salute our veteran soldier, Commander Gauri Mishra. We, the members of Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, deem it a privilege, pleasure, and honoring Chennai Carnatic Award in the field of defense to Commander Gauri Mishra. May her face be the fortune for NGOs to raise funds and benefit the larger good. Thank you, ma'am.
It gives me an immense pleasure to be here in the company of some eminent women personalities and amazing Rotarians. I thank you so much, Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic, to have me here. Being in defense is a totally different experience. Wherever I go, I am always asked that what come? Defense, you chose defense as your career. While I was growing up as a child, I always felt that as a lady, what I need in my life is respect. And what else other than defense? I never knew Indian Navy. Growing up in the north, I only saw Army and Air Force. I was an NCC cadet, and I always had the encouragement of my mother to choose a profession of my choice. I saw an advertisement in the newspaper for Indian Navy and I applied for it. You know, uniform has its own glamour. And the whites of Navy have always attracted me. So I became a part of the Indian Navy. That's a long story. I would cut it short. Enough has already been said and shown on the video. So I have put in 16 years of service in the Indian Navy. 18 years back, when I joined Navy, things were not so comfortable for women. In fact, the Jawans were so scared. They didn't know how to interact with a women officer and how to address her. They used to be confused. Ki Jai Hind Madam bole, Jai Hind Saab bole. So, and infrastructure was also, particularly in Navy, because we have a lot of warships. So they were not designed in a manner that a lady can be accommodated. Nevertheless, I became a skydiver. I led the Republic Day contingent parade on the mighty Rajpath, not once but twice. I am also a skydiver. I was in the Indian Navy skydiving team, and taking inspiration from me, my husband, who is a serving naval officer, he's Commander Animesh, he took inspiration and he said that, Gauri, I would also want to go for skydiving. But as luck could have it, he met with a skydiving accident wherein he jumped out of the aircraft and his parachute did not deploy. So, you know, he jumped from 5,000 feet and his emergency parachute failed and his main parachute failed. So it was like a free fall from 5,000 feet. Ryan was 6 months old. Ryan is my son. So I thought that he will not survive. But by the grace of God, multiple surgeries have happened. It's been 8 years, and since last 1 year, he is walking without crutches. He has undergone 5 surgeries. He has undergone 5 surgeries. Ryan never saw him walking properly, forget about running or doing any other activity. So while he was growing up, I nurtured Ryan as a mother and also trained him like a father. After I left Navy, you know, the infrastructure here at Chennai is very good. I have served at almost many of the naval stations, other cities, Visakhapatnam, Gujarat, Calcutta, Mumbai, but here infrastructure is very good. So I was cycling. Ryan, he saw that where is this woman going at 4 a.m. in the morning, where is she leaving? So he also got interested and he picked up cycling. Together, we have rode for more than 6,000 kilometers. And the maximum distance which me and Ryan have covered is 150 kilometers, which is a world record. My child holds 4 world records. As cyclist knows that he is popularly known as Ryan the Lion on Strava and the social media circle. So he's also known as Chennai's cycling prodigy. You know what I have learned in my life? That situation will never be favorable. There are ups and downs in everybody's life. Life is not easy. It is your attitude which decides your life. So in my life, what I have learned is never give up. And there is a sea change. You know, what our country was and here it is today. There is a sea change. You see, at the helm, we have Draupadi Murmu as our president. Nirmala Sitharaman was our defense minister. Smriti Irani is the child and women welfare minister. And here at the helm, we have all women at the Rotary Club of Chennai Carnatic. So, you know, you people are leading by example. People say about making change, doing change. You are actually doing it on the ground. And kudos to you guys, kudos to all of you. Thank you so much for having me here and for such nice and kind words.